Welcome to the Fishbowl Radio here, everybody. My name is Chief, and we're going to talk about gun control today. It's another political segment here on the Fishbowl Radio. But, I mean, everybody's got like a different point of view on gun control. You got to look at the pros and cons of gun control, first of all, see it. I can see where taking away guns could be a positive thing, but really and truly, I don't think it would solve anything at all, or even put restrictions. I think, I know they got some laws in states that they have to do background checks on people that buy guns, which is actually a really good thing to have, because but why are the people that's fully intending to do a crime and you can't pick up on a background check? I mean, the way I see it is this: no matter what you do, people will have access to weapons no matter what you do. If you take away guns, they'll find something else to have guns with. And there's another thing called the black market, which I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have heard about, because you can get anything on the black market that you want to. So what happened in Connecticut is really a tragedy. The best way I think you can prevent something like that from happening is I know they got metal detectors at school, but those don't really work as well as they should. Is to have a person trained to be like a police officer or something, train a lot of that caliber to be like a school officer, like campus police is, which, I mean, some campus police over there at universities and stuff. So, I mean, hey, somewhere in the line of that, but that would cost a lot of money for the schools. Some schools may not be able to afford it. So if you want to maybe deduct something, being like teachers, I mean, to avoid something like that from happening, teachers would have to have access to guns. Bad thing about that is children of the classroom could actually go by the teacher's desk, you know, and find that they have a revolver or something like that sitting in the drawer of a teacher's desk. But it'd be only used for those kind of purposes, because cops can't be everywhere at once. That's impossible for anybody to be that way. You can't split yourself in two and be at two different places, which it's unfortunate what happened in that situation. And I am currently sitting outside listening to the rain here, because I believe rain actually helps you make things better, but that's another topic for another time. But according to President Obama wants to advocate more gun control laws, but really and truly, I don't think the founding fathers would really appreciate that much, because if you see, history tends to repeat itself. You see how they had a prohibition on alcohol. Guess what happened? They had to get rid of it because people were going into speakeasies and doing it illegally and drinking and everything. So, I mean, no matter what you do, people will still have access to guns, no matter which way you describe it is. I mean, it's really a terrible thing that happened in Connecticut, but it could have been prevented. I agree, it could have been prevented, but I mean, you look at everything that, like Columbine a couple of years ago. Columbine is one of them, Virginia Tech, and now Connecticut. So, I mean, you look at it's really bad. The only way I could think of stopping it is have police officers over there. And you could say that I think the morality of America has went down over the past 50 years. I mean, we are so focused on thinking the 1950s or whatever. I had my grandpa tell me some stories and stuff before he had to go, and he said that he felt America was on the decline on morality. But if you really think about it, our Constitution allows us to have a separation of morality and government. That's how it's based on, separation of church and state, which that's in the Constitution. That's why, you see, I'm proud to say this, I'm a Catholic, but according to the government, we can't, like, they have the right to have abortion, which, and gay marriage and all that, but you see, really and truly, people can do that because it could be legally in the law in all states. You want to know why? Because even though some people view it as immoral and some people view it as perfectly right, really and truly, the government can't say that you can't get married to this person and can't get that. It's religions can speak out against it. Like, I know the Catholic faith's against it and all that. But, like, I'm against abortion. But if I was the president of the United States, would I get rid of abortion? I couldn't, because the Constitution states that separation of church and state. And would I ever want to be president? No. I just think it'd be too much stressful of a job. All the people that have had it, you could look at I want you to go look up Obama's 2008 when he was running for president pictures, and you go take a picture of him now. Looks like a completely different person. You could look at George Bush. Same thing happened to him. You age considerably when you become president. It's like you age about like 10, 15 years on your life, which it's not that I wouldn't like to have that much stress on me anyway. I just like to run this radio station and have as less stress in my life as I possibly could have, which anybody would like that. But back to gun control. No matter what you do, people are going to have access to guns. I mean, the Second Amendment states you have the right to bear arms. And I think we did have an independent president before, George Washington. He did not believe in political parties. And if you think about it, political parties they've all drawn the line in the sand. They're not compromising on anything. That's the problem with America today. No one is willing to compromise. They are more, okay, I may be upset with some people what I'm about to say is this, but because I'm not a Republican or a Democrat, I'm an independent. I call everything like I see it. And you cannot have gun control laws on that, because people will find other ways to kill other people. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Insane people, unfortunately, get access to guns, and they will go anywhere and just kill anybody they want to. I mean, you look at, okay, I could drive to a store right now if I was premeditated in my mind what I wanted to do. I could drive to the store right now with a gun and go do whatever I wanted with it, okay? The only people that could stop me was the cops. If the cops ain't there, well, it's already been done. Nobody could stop me. See? That's in the mind of all these, it's terrible. I don't know if it's a morality issue. Some people blame video games. Well, if you're a parent, you're allowing your children to, you can't blame the games themselves. You have a choice in everything you do. We could do the right thing or the wrong thing. You can go do whatever you want, but there's always a consequence to everything you do. And I think people have forgotten about that these days. That like they don't see a consequence happening. I'm trying to think of an example here. Okay, you okay, like I was watching this YouTube video, and these people at McDonald's were yelling at this dude. They like slapped him across the face and spit in his face and everything. They wouldn't jump over the counter, and they were gonna go beat him up. Guy came back with a rod and started beating on him. Which they kind of advocated it because they went to the step of physical contact, and people are not gonna stand down. They're gonna fight. That just happens. I mean, do I condone his actions? No, because if I would have got slapped, I would have done the exact same thing he did. What's maybe on another level? I wouldn't use a rod. I'd probably use bare hands or something like that. Because if I was working at a place at McDonald's, I wouldn't have. Even though you probably get fired for doing something like that, which, I mean, that's probably unfortunately what happened to the guy, but there's always a right to self-defense. I'm a firm believer in self-defense. Like, if you break into someone's house, I think that person should have the right to shoot you. Because, I mean, you're trying to rob somebody. Even if they get in the property, I think you shoot them in your property. But if they're on the road saying they're gonna... If someone starts shooting at you, I think you have the right to shoot back at them. I think an eye for an eye is kind of the way you should do everything here. Like, But like if you steal something from somebody, Same like in the old, like I'm talking like biblical times here. They would like cut people's hands off and stuff like that. Really bad. I don't think we should go in that step. There's some really intense ways of torture throughout human history, but as far as gun control, you would have, I think, if you start messing with the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, there's a divide in America today, really deep. It's the difference between Republicans and Democrats. I've always felt that we needed somebody, like a third huge party. I think the Republican Party personally is dying because you see the younger generations coming up and they basically, all the college students went vote for Obama. And I know some voted for Romney, but I think the Republican Party's gonna, that part's gonna die same way. Which I was reading a quote, since I'm an independent, from George Washington, and I'm gonna go look for it and see what it says. I'll describe you the meaning. This is all. I've completely gotten away from gun control. You can continue listening to this, but it's actually interesting. They go search this on Google. I had seen it. George Washington. I've seen it. Let's see. Okay, here's what the quote reads. And now, if you don't understand the words in it, I'll basically fill in what it's saying. Quote says this: however, political parties may now and then answer popular ends. They are likely in the course of time and things to become potent engines by which cunning, ambitious, and unprincipled men will be enabled to subvert the power of the people and to usurp for themselves the reins of government, destroying afterward the very engine which have listened to unjust dominion. Alright, the first thing it means to know this is people rise from the people, okay? People decide everything here. They get lifted of the power. Okay, let's take for example, let's talk about President Obama because he's the most public figure that in the United States right now, in politics. He had to become a senator, basically, so he can get his name out there for running for president. Like the people of Illinois voted for him. Okay, the very people themselves, they voted for Obama. They lifted him up. Okay, to the power of senator. Okay, and okay. The first sentence, I saw the first sentence, how a political party may now and then answer popular ends. He may answer the people, like now and then he may answer the people what they popularly want. And then the next line says, they are likely in the course of time and things to become potent engines. Like, okay, some people stay in there for a really long time, and they end up just lying to the people, which we have today, and they'll be like engines, by which cunning, ambitious, and unprincipled men will be unable to subvert the power of the people. Which, if you really think about this, I think political parties have too much power. Okay? And am I really against political parties? I can't say I'm completely against it, but I think people are just voting Democrat because they're Democrats, which is wrong. You cannot just vote for a party just because it's a party. We need to look at the people who are running and really believe deep down, do we really believe in these people? Like, I'll be the first to tell you right now, I did not vote for Obama for president. Main reason for this is because I didn't see where he did anything in the last 4 years of his presidency.